Now we're going to throw to Paul Francis, who is in charge of the 4x1 for women. So let's listen to what Paul had to say.
Paul, we saw that the mixed relay team didn't do quite as well. The women are now preparing for the sprint relay. How are we looking where that team is concerned?
For this year's championships, I think we have had a lucky break in that we have a few days between when the sprints are done to the 4x1 relays. We only have one person who is doubling, so as a result we have had a chance to get some good training sessions in, and for now, up to this point, I think they are looking quite good, and it's very encouraging.
Yeah. And what are your own expectations of this team? We know of their medal chances. We saw what they did at the World Relays, but we know it's not just a matter of turning up. There are certain technical things that must be in place.
Absolutely. We believe that we have fixed in practice those issues we had. Of course, there will always be an issue with togetherness, getting all the bodies in one space to get the familiarity going. Now we have a couple of days, so we're making sure we utilize it as best as we can. And I think as long as we go out there and execute properly, I think the whole nation will be happy as a result.
Coach, I must ask you, for the opening round, for the heats, which team are we looking at?
We're going to look at 4 of the women for the heats, and then we're going to look at 4 for the finals.
So you're not revealing which 4 for the heats?
I think our country is rich with talent, and we'll appreciate whoever is put out there, and we'll trust the judgment of the coaches involved.
Well, I'm happy to know that for 4x1 for women, we're going to put 4 women, so we can't get in any trouble with that. Coach, I'm not asking if it's easier to put a female team together than a male team, but in this scenario, we just spoke about Lavelle and the 200, is it easier to put the female team together at these World Championships?
No, it's the same situation in that you have some speed running 200 in Sharika that you'd want to include in your 4x1. So Sharika might not necessarily be available the same way Lavelle might not be available. So we have to just use the ladies that we have, and interestingly, we have enough speed that we could field a team without necessarily running our best. It's just whether the team that you're fielding would have had a chance of practice, and then the finals team would have also gotten a chance of practice.
Isn't it a little bit different, though, because Sharika Jackson been a part of the relays for a number of years? So
yeah, but she's primarily just received the baton. So she's been running the ankle leg most times, and that then almost like she's stuck on the last leg. So then you have to fit the other people in the other position. So that's...
I asked that question just to say that she would be more familiar with the baton changes and stuff because she's been doing it. Brian Lavelle, on the other hand, he would not.
No, but Brian Lavelle was on the national junior record running team. He's a second leg guy, and he's from Edwin Island. He's a second leg of that 4x1 team that now has the national junior record, so he has experience.
Okay. Bruce, the 4 ladies?
There are significant differences in the structure of the women's 4x1 team versus the men's 4x1. First, the 6 that have been taken are the top 5 from the national trials and Tia Clayton. And the case of Sharika Jackson, she has actually been part of the relay pool this year in preparation for the World Championship. So I see those are 2 significant differences versus taking 6 of the top 6 men from trials, and Lavelle is not among those top 6. Lavelle came 8th at the national championships. Subsequent to that, of course, he ran super fast, 9.82, and is now the 3rd fastest Jamaican man. Tia Clayton is the 2nd fastest Jamaican woman this year. So it's some material differences there. In terms of the personnel, it's Tina, Sharika, Shelley, 1, 2, 3, and then Jodine and Janelle, Jodine Williams, Janelle Smith. That's the 5, and Tia is the 6th person.
Yeah. Daniel, the fact that Paul wouldn't tell us who, I fired him, and I'm now giving you the position. So tell me your 4.
Well, I really haven't given much thought into the 4 that will run the heats. Yeah. But for the final 4 women, I have Tina and Tia Clayton, Shelley and Fraser Price, and Sharika Jackson for the final 4.
Who go first, who go second, who go third, who go fourth?
Ooh, know. That's tricky. I would love to see Sharika. I would love to see Sharika on a different leg other than anchor.
Why?
Because I just, I think it's time we kind of switch that up.
Why?
Because she cannot take the stick.
Oh. She agree?
Well, what I don't like is that whenever she is on anchor, she switches the hand, kind of that Usain Bolt thing, but we don't really get the same response like we get from Bolt in terms of the margin heat.
So when you say she can't take the stick,
she's limited in terms of flexibility on the relay.
But if she don't start, she's going to have to take a stick, don't it, if she don't start?
Yeah, but on the other legs, you take and give. So,
so that's a little bit more difficult, though.
It's difficult.
What is more difficult?
To take and give.
Right.
Why?
It's more technical. It's more work. You have to understand. You have to be prepared to, be patient with giving, especially if you have difficulty.
Let me stay with you. So, all right, tell me the four.
The four.
In order.
The ideal team. Wow, the ideal team. I would like to see the twins on the straight, Tia and Tina, that second leg, and anchor. I would love to see Sharika on the third leg, but that's not going to happen. And Shelly starting.
Sharika started when?
In London. Yeah. So
you agree or disagree?
Well, first of all, David and Daniel have just put forward a great thesis as to why Sharika should start the relay, because Daniel is saying she has problems taking it. I don't necessarily agree, but based on that rationale, have Sharika started. Shelly is the most flexible of the athletes. She has run the backstretch, she has run anchor, she can run the third, right. She's run anywhere.
I agree, but where should she go? Where would she be best for the team?
I would actually put Sharika first, Tina on the back, Shelly on third, and then Tia.
So you agree with Daniel?
That's a great. That's the other part of it.
No,
I said Sharika and Shelly. Yeah. But that's a great one as well. I really would love to. That's a good solution for Sharika Jackson. It's not that she can't take the baton, it's that she switches her hand and we lose her.
Yeah. And the first leg runner runs with the baton in the right hand. She gets the start, she runs around a curve, that's David's point. She's a 200-meter runner. She's a 200-meter runner, she has the speed endurance. First leg makes perfect sense.
Mike, I've started my question all the while with you, all things being equal, and in the relay, all things are never equal, but all things being equal in the relay.
I would let Shelly anchor just for the glory.
Just for the glory?
Yes.
Again, all things being equal, we can goal here?
Yes, we can. We can.
Whichever four?
I wouldn't say whichever four, but if we put the best four out there, we can.
And just for clarity, Coach, Jodine Williams is an 11 flat girl right now. Janelle Smith is an 11-0 girl right now, and they're there. I believe one or both will run in the heats, because Sharika certainly would not be running in the heats at all of the 4x1, having run the 200. And you could rest anybody else, including Shelly Ann, could be rested.
Yep.
So I think we'll have four and take two out and add another two.
Yep.